Task 4. Listen to the monologues. Which item is each person talking about? Number the pictures.
Number 1. A dishwasher is a mechanical device for cleaning dishes and eating utensils. Dishwashers can be found in restaurants and private homes. Unlike manual dishwashing, which relies largely on physical scrubbing to remove soiling, the mechanical dishwasher cleans by spraying hot water, typically between 55 and 75 degrees centigrade, onto the dishes. A mix of water and detergent is circulated by a pump. Once the wash is finished, the dirty water is drained away. More hot water is pumped in, and a rinse cycle begins. After the rinse cycle finishes and the water is drained, a heating element at the bottom of the tub heats the air to dry the dishes.
Number 2. An overhead projector is used to display images to an audience. An overhead projector typically consists of a large box containing a very bright lamp and a fan to cool it. On top of the box is a large Fresnel lens that collimates the light. Above the box, typically on a long arm, is a mirror and lens that focuses and redirects the light forward instead of up. Transparencies are placed on top of the lens for display. The light from the lamp travels through the transparency and into the mirror, where it shines forward onto a screen for display.
Number 3. Digicam encodes digital images and videos digitally and stores them for later reproduction. Most cameras sold today are digital, and digicams are incorporated into many devices ranging from PDAs and mobile phones to vehicles. Digicams share an optical system, typically using a lens with a variable diaphragm to focus light onto an image pickup device. Digicams can display images on a screen immediately after being recorded. The images can be stored in and deleted from memory. Many digicams can also record moving video with sound.
Number 4. A telegraph is a machine that is used for transmitting messages in the form of electrical impulses that can be converted into data. A message sent this way is called a telegram or cablegram, while someone who operates a machine is known as a telegrapher. Telegraphy was a major mode of communication from the middle of the 1800s until the middle of the 1900s, before ultimately being supplanted by inventions like the telephone and the internet. Listen to the monologue. Circle the words you hear in each monologue. Monologue 1. Coffee makers or coffee machines are appliances used for brewing coffee. In the most common devices, coffee grounds are placed in a paper or metal filter inside a funnel, which is set over a glass or ceramic coffee pot, a type of cooking pot of the kettle family. Cold water is poured into a separate chamber and is then heated up to boiling point and directed into the funnel. Monologue 2.
A detergent is a mixture of surfactants with cleaning properties in dilute solutions. These substances are usually alkyl benzene sulfonates, a family of compounds that are similar to soap but are more soluble in hard water. Because the polar sulfonate of detergents is less likely than the polar carboxyl of soap to bind to calcium and other ions found in hard water. Detergents are commonly available as powders or concentrated solutions.
Monologue 3. A can or tin opener is a device used to open tin or metal cans. The first can openers were patented only in 1855 in England and in 1858 in the United States. The first can opener consisted of the sharp, rotating cutting wheel, which travels around the can's ring, slicing open the lid. Electric can openers were introduced in the late 1950s and met with success. Task 6. Listen to the monologue. Decide whether the statement is true or false. If it is false, make some corrections. Number 1. A vacuum cleaner is a device that uses an air pump to create a partial vacuum to suck up dust and dirt, usually from floors and optionally from other surfaces as well. The dirt is collected by either a dust bag or a cyclone for later disposal. The motorized vacuum cleaner was invented by Hubert Cecil Booth of England in 1901. Number 2.
Electrocardiography is a transthoracic interpretation of the electrical activity of the heart over a period of time, as detected by electrodes attached to the surface of the skin and recorded by a device external to the body. The recording produced by this non-invasive procedure is termed an electrocardiogram.
Number 3. A refrigerator is a common household appliance that consists of a thermally insulated compartment and a heat pump that transfers heat from the inside of the fridge to its external environment so that the inside of the fridge is cooled to a temperature below the ambient temperature of the room. Refrigeration is an essential food storage technique in developed countries. Number 4.
A fly swat, or fly swatter, consists of a small rectangular or round sheet of lightweight, flexible, vented material usually thin metallic, rubber, or plastic mesh, attached to a lightweight wire or plastic handle. The venting or perforations reduce air resistance, making it easier to hit a fast-flying target, such as a fly.
Number 5. A laptop is a portable personal computer suitable for mobile use. They are also sometimes called notebook computers or notebooks. Laptops are commonly used in a variety of settings, including work, education, and personal multimedia. Task 7. Listen to the dialogues. Match the inventors with the inventions. What are the inventions for? Dialogue 1.
What is this device called?
Oh, that's called an electron microscope.
Who invented it?
The inventor was a Russian-American man named Vladimir Kosmich Zworykin in 1926.
Oh, and what's it for?
It is an instrument used to see objects that are too small for the naked eyes.
That's a brilliant idea.
Dialogue 2. What does this icon mean?
Which one?
There, the one near the entrance door.
Oh, that's the icon for radioactivity. Everyone is restricted to enter that area due to the presence of radioactivity.
Do you know the discoverer of radioactivity?
She was Marie Curie, a Polish and naturalized French physicist and chemist. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize.
What a great woman! And what is radioactivity for?
It depends. In the medical field, it's used for X-ray machines. It is also used to kill cancerous tissue and reduce the size of a tumor. In industrial fields, it is used to generate electricity.
Dialogue 3.
Who's this gentleman?
He was George Eastman. He was an American inventor and popularized the use of roll film, helping to bring photography to the mainstream. Roll film was also the basis for the invention of motion picture film in 1888.
What a wonderful invention!
Dialogue 4. I think this photocopier is new, isn't it?
No, I heard the office bought a second-hand one, but it's still in good condition.
Yes, I almost thought it was a new one.
By the way, do you know who invented the photocopy machine?
No? What about you?
He was Chester Floyd Carlson, an American inventor.
What do you know about his invention?
He is best known for having invented the process of electrophotography, which produced a dry copy rather than a wet copy, which was produced by the mimeograph process. Carlson's process was subsequently renamed xerography, a term that literally means dry writing.
Dialogue 5. Do you always cycle for exercise?
Yes, it keeps my body healthy.
Speaking about cycling, have you ever heard the name Kirkpatrick Macmillan?
No, who was he?
In the 1890s, Macmillan was the first to invent the pedal-driven bicycle. Bicycles were introduced in the 19th century in Europe and now number more than 1 billion worldwide, twice as many as automobiles.
Yes, at first, bicycles were the principal means of transportation in many regions